Political analyst Joe Heim joins us now to break down tonight's debate. And Joe, first of all, with Donald Trump not being there tonight, does that hurt him? And who stole the spotlight, I should say, when he wasn't there?
I thought it was a risky thing for him to do. Frankly, given the fact that he supposedly is a little bit ahead in the national polls and in Iowa, not to be there basically could be considered offensive to people in Iowa because he's unhappy with Fox. I'm not sure that's a good reason to get out of a debate. So I think my own feeling is it very has potential for hurting him.
Mm-hmm. You know, they refer to him as being the elephant not in the room tonight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even though he wasn't there, CNN had done a poll and just kind of took a look at how many times the different GOP candidates were mentioned tonight. And even though he wasn't even there, he was still mentioned the most, 37% of the time. Then it was Ted Cruz at 18% and Rubio at 12%. So he must have thought he was taking a pretty good gamble just not being there.
Well, most of the mentions of him were very early on, the first half hour of the show. After that, they got into regular debate issues, and his name didn't come up nearly as much. If I was trying to pick out somebody who really helped themselves, I think Marco Rubio did. Because without Trump there, that just sucks all the oxygen out of the audience, out of the thing. Marco Rubio did a lot better, and I thought Cruz, frankly, did pretty well as well.
And we're going to take a look at some of the poll numbers that just came out today from Marquette University Law School poll about Wisconsin and the presidential hopefuls. First, on the Democratic side, Clinton now holds just a 2-point lead over Bernie Sanders. It was 9 points back in November when they last took this poll. So what does that show you?
It tells me that this is becoming more and more of a competitive race. You know, I think 6 months ago, everybody thought this was all over with, that Hillary Clinton had it locked up. This tells you that this is more competitive. The liberals are coming out, not necessarily against her, but for Bernie Sanders. Wisconsin is also a little more of a liberal state than in national numbers. So him doing a little bit better here is not terribly surprising. But frankly, if they get to April, I think it's April 5th in Wisconsin, there's going to be a very competitive race here.
And just very quickly, we should mention on the Republican side, taking a look at those poll numbers in Wisconsin, the most recent numbers show Donald Trump still with 24%, Marco Rubio with 18%, Ted Cruz right there with 16%. So it does show that, you know, Marco Rubio really is in it in Iowa.
Yeah, I think Marco Rubio will do well in Wisconsin. In fact, I think as this goes on, I would tend to think that Trump is going to start to fade a little bit as voters look more closely at his positions and things. It's one thing to say you're going to support Trump in October, November, December. It's another when you actually have to make a voting decision.
Okay. As always, thanks for your analysis, Joe.
Thank you,
we appreciate
Mike.
it.